are from Group 1, so welcome to our teaching simulation. So in this session, we use 3 powerful, fun, and effective methods. So for the first is Constructivism, the second is problem-based learning, and the third is brainstorming. So for the first is Constructivism, to help students build new ideas or knowledge based on what they already know. Then problem-based learning, teachers give students real-world problems to solving and then helping students to think critically and then work together. The brainstorming, students can share ideas or their knowledge with freely and then creatively. So these methods help students to make learning active and then engaging and then meaningful. So when students explore, ask questions and share their ideas, they don't just learn, but they truly understand what they know and what they already know.
So, good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, how are you? How are you this week so far?
Great.
Can you give me any other answers than just great, good? Tell me a little bit more. Like, is there any events? Like, did you go out somewhere? Or...
Too many assignments.
Yeah.
Got frustrated.
Overwhelmed. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, today we are going to have a little activities, so fun. But before that, I would like to ask you, if there is something that you really want, something that you want to get, how persistent are you, and, so that you will get it? Are you just going to tell people you want something once, or are you going to talk about it one time, or are you going to keep pushing? Are you going to keep talking about it? For example, you want a puppy, and are you just going to tell your mom, I want a puppy, and then leave it? Or are you going to keep asking and asking and asking and asking? How about you, Alex? What do you think?
I mean, I don't want to persist that much because I think people will get annoyed if I do it, so I'll just do it once.
But what if it's something you really, really want?
Something I really want.
Yeah, really.
Like 1 month holiday.
Are you going to tell your lecturers?
Yeah, but I pretend I am in that bed if I can get my holiday that much.
Okay. How about Hannah?
Well, I will ask again and again.
Well, I have a story, actually, similar to this experience. So I really like reading, and at one time, I read this book that I really liked. It's Harry Potter, and you know, they also have the films, and I really wanted to watch it too. But I don't really like watching alone because you don't have anyone to talk to with and to discuss. So I thought I wanted to watch with my mom and my sister. But my mom does not like Harry Potter, and she is not into anything magic. So how did I do it? Well, I had to coax her. But I didn't just say, Mom, let's go and watch Harry Potter with me. I didn't do that because that would work. So at lunchtime, my sister and I, we sat and we had this really fun, engaging discussion about Harry Potter. We talked about everything there is good about Harry Potter, the world building, character development, the animation. And at one point, my mom said, what is that you're talking about? It sounds very exciting. And I told her, yes, it is very exciting. And in the end, she said we would watch it. So we watched it that day. And for the whole week, we did a marathon and we completed the whole series, 8 movies. So yes, that is one of the examples. Now, okay, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you a video. And then we are going to think some stuff, brainstorm out some ideas, and then we're going to pair up. And I'm going to want for you to write an introductory paragraph to a topic that we are going to discuss. So here's a video that I would like for you to see. Maybe some of you might have already seen this, or not. And this is...
Emma.
Okay, so did you like that? So in the video, what do you think the ad, this is an advertisement, a commercial, what do you think it was trying to do? Other than show that you need toilet paper. This is related to the topic that we are going to discuss today. Ben, do you know? Do you want to answer?
Probably the ads introduces as possibilities of doing things that can be replaced by technology, like the paper and wire fuse and those. However, some things cannot be replaced fully by technology. That is, in this context, it's toilet paper.
That is. But there's one word to sum everything that you just said. Do you know what that is?
Paper has features.
No, one word to describe the act that is shown in yeah. Okay, exactly. What is this? What does this image show you?
Sounds like promoting a car.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very good-looking guy who's promoting something.
This
Okay.
is
And What about this? Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah.
Who doesn't know who this guy is? You don't? Okay. I think you should look a bit more into your history books. This is a public figure. Yes, you look back in your history books because I'm going to ask your teacher. Okay, so this is a public figure from India. His name is Mahatma Gandhi, and he is an activist. Okay. So from the two pictures that I've shown you, this and this, what do they have in common? What do they do in common? What do you think? This guy is an activist, the other one is a salesperson.
They talk a lot.
Yes, they talk a lot. Okay. So, what they basically do is that they persuade people. Okay, so for this guy, he's a salesperson. He's going to persuade you to buy a product. In this case, a car. And he's going to do well. He's going to talk a lot, and he's going to make it seem like you need something in order for you to buy it. While Mahatma Gandhi is an activist. He's going to persuade you to think in a certain mindset, okay? So when you persuade someone, it's not always asking, come and buy this product, okay? Or come buy this soap, or come buy whatever to waste your money. But sometimes persuading is also encouraging people to think from a certain perspective, from a point of view. Now, yes. So that's it. How about this picture? What does this picture make you think of? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this picture? Okay, anything else? Politics. Okay, how about this? Oh! It is corruption. Yes. So, when you use the act of persuasion here, it's not just like I previously said about making people buy something or making people think a certain way. But persuading someone or persuading a group of people can be used to solve a problem. Okay. In the video that we saw, there is a problem in the ad, which is that people are starting to forget the importance of paper, the use of paper, and then the ad reminds the people again that paper is still useful, even though there are many products that can be replaced, but some stuff, like the toilet paper, cannot be replaced because you cannot wipe with a towel. And so we are going to be writing a persuasive essay today. And so I am going to give you a topic because we know that persuading people isn't just about making them buy stuff, but it's also to change something, to provide a solution with. You are going to persuade people to help and solve something. And when you have big problems like corruption, you cannot just have, I have an idea. I'm going to solve corruption with, for example, by catching all the bad guys. You have to persuade people to understand that you have an idea, you have a solution, and that is a good solution so that you can use it and then people will support you. So, persuasion itself, it can be direct, it can be indirect, it can be obvious, it can be subtle. For example, like the ad that we saw, it is quite indirect, it is quite subtle as well. If you want the direct one, you can just say, well, for example, car salesperson. It's very obvious that he's trying to persuade you to buy the car, right? It's very obvious, it's very direct. So that is some of the aspects of persuasion. And we are going to be writing the introductory paragraph to your essay. But before that, we are going to, because I have given you the topic that we're going to discuss. So I have some three here. We are going to write something. We're going to brainstorm together. So I want you, before we start doing this, I want you to pair up. Pair up. We're going to do pair work. Do you want me to choose your partner or do you want to choose your own partner?
Choose our own partner.
Choose your own partner. I'm going to give you 1 minute. You decide. Okay. Make sure you're satisfied with your partner because that's who you're going to work with. Yes. So our topic, our problem is, as you know, this corruption, right? Yeah. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try and come up with a solution to stop corruption or to minimize corruption. And I want each of you, I want each pair to come up with one solution. Okay? You could think of it, you could say maybe limiting the asset, maybe creating a secret police, maybe it can be death sentences for corruptors who are caught. That is possible. You can write them down here. And then after you write them down, we will decide and talk briefly about the pro and the cons of each. So yes, you can work with your partner and come up, and then you can write down your solution here at the front. I'm going to give you 2 more minutes, maybe. I think that should be enough. Make sure you write it a bit big so that everyone can see it. So we have 3. Thank you. we have is donate their whole assets to the community. So by they, do you mean the corruptors?
Yes.
Okay, corruptors. The second one we have, we should be strict about compensating their estate. Confiscating fund. What is this called? Oh, confiscating their estate and strictly give a penalty in the form of money, which they get with honesty. Okay, and we have government can make the secret police combat corruption. Wow, fantastic. And rules raise awareness about the effects of corruption. Okay, the rules are more strict for the government, not with this. Okay, so let's from all this, which one? Can I have that marker?
Yes.
Which one do you think would work best? So either the who thinks donate asset is going to work to combat corruption? Raise your hand. Anyone who agrees. It's okay to agree more than one. Okay. How about confiscating assets? Oh, okay. Oh, we have 4. Okay, good. And creating a secret police? Anyone? Who thinks that the corruption can be battled with secret police? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Mm-hmm. Okay. And awareness? Okay, so each of these have a good solution, but we need to look at it in a way that we have to see so no one solution is correct. In fact, you can actually combine all of this to help fight off or lessen corruption. Now, since we have already done that, I would like for you and your pair, we have already a few here, and then you can decide which one you want. You can choose your own original, or if you find your friend's one more interesting, you can use that, and that is going to be the topic for your persuasive essay. You are going to support this idea so that you're going to be using one of these to persuade people that your solution is best. None is the only correct answer. All of them are good, but you can choose one. So here, because we are just going to start with writing the introduction, these are some stuff that you're going to cover.
I see that.
Okay. So these are the stuff that you're going to need to include in your persuasive essay's introductory paragraph, the hook, which is to get people's attention. It can be a question, it can be a story, an anecdote, a quote, statistics, finding, anything that can capture your audience into wanting to read your essay. And then you need to give a brief introduction to the problem, which is corruption in this case. And then you would need your thesis statement where you are going to include the solution that you have chosen. Okay? And this is a pair work. But for that, so this is the structure that you are going to use to write your introductory paragraph. Or I have an example of a persuasive text that you could use to maybe get an idea of how to write it and what it's like. So, I've already given you the handouts. I've already given you a paper. And with the solutions that you have come up with or that you have chosen, you can start drafting your introductory paragraph. Work with your partner and then try to include here that what I've already mentioned, the hook, what is it that is going to catch your reader, and a little bit about the problem, and then the solution that you're going to explain, a paragraph. If you have, what do you think are the challenges that you face in writing this? When you have to connect the problems, real world problems, with how to persuade people to solve it, find solution. Is it difficult? Is it difficult to connect?
Yeah.
Yes.
But do you think you can do it?
Yes.
Does it help that you are working with a partner? Do you think you prefer working individually or with a partner? Okay, so with a partner helps. It's better.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay, well then, I guess that is all for today. I know that some of you may not have finished drafting or writing, but that is okay. You can bring it back home. But I want to have your finished introductory paragraph before the next meeting, okay?
Yes.
And yes, so thank you for today. Have a great day, and don't forget to finish it.
Thank you.
So why we use constructivism, problem-based learning, and brainstorming in teaching simulation? Because this method help future teachers do more than not just teach, but help them to inspire. So constructivism encourages learners to build knowledge through experience, and problem-based learning build critical thinking and real-world problem solving. And brainstorming unlocks creativity and collaboration, so these methods help teachers to make learning more active and engaging. So by practicing with these strategies or methods, you are not just preparing to teach, but you're preparing to lead. So keep learning and keep practice.